Presented by Listen Headlines, latest world news from trusted sources.
BBC News World. November 17, 1907 America, New York, Ethiopia's Tigray conflict. How the TPLF has outflanked the army. Ethiopia's army used to be one of the strongest in Africa, so how have rebels made such rapid gains? BBC News World. November 17, 1906 America, New York, Saurabh Kirpal. The man who could be India's first openly gay judge. Experts say Saurabh Kirpal's appointment will inspire other LGBTQ lawyers and judges to come out. BBC News World. November 17, 1905 America, New York, I've seen irreversible change but hope too for planet. Over decades, correspondent David Schuckman has seen climate change become our most important issue. BBC News World. November 17, 1905 America, New York, the mums using Instagram to offer advice to new parents. COVID has led to an increase in parenting gurus using social media to support new mums and dads. BBC News World. November 17, 1901 America, New York, why Mexico is not prepared for the migrant caravan. Thousands of migrants are traveling north, often expecting U.S. entry will be easier than before.
November 17, 1900 America, New York, Biden will have an opportunity in his meeting with Mexico's president. On Thursday in Washington, Presidents Joe Biden and Andrés Manuel López Obrador will meet for the first time in person since 2012, when neither of the two had their current jobs.
BBC News World. November 17, 1846 America, New York, young Dolph, rapper fatally shot in Memphis cookie store. Stars such as Megan Thee Stallion and Chance the Rapper are paying tribute to the rap star.
November 17, 1845 America, New York, Eye for an Eye, CNN analyst on what Gosar vote means for Democrats' future. The House voted largely along party lines to censure GOP Representative Paul Gosar of Arizona. The move comes after he posted a photoshopped anime video on his Twitter and Instagram accounts showing him appearing to kill Democratic Rep. November 17, 1842 America, New York, Adele debuts, To Be Loved, and We Are Devastated. On Wednesday, Adele released a new video in which she sang her heart out while simultaneously wrecking ours. November 17, 1841 America, New York, This toy allows your dog to call you. Researchers are working on a dog phone so Fido can give you a ring 5 times a day, CNN's Gene Moose reports. November 17, 1835 America, New York, They gave up everything to get to Europe. Now they may be sent home. Iraqi Kurds and other migrants who traveled to Belarus in recent weeks, spending their life savings on airfare and waiting in limbo in freezing makeshift camps in the hopes of crossing into Europe, now face the prospect of being sent back home. November 17, 1831 America, New York, Analysis, Why Everyone Should Pay Less Attention to Political Twitter. To have heard about the run-up to the 2021 election on political Twitter, you would have thought that Democrats were cruising to wins across the country, fueled by Republican opposition to President Joe Biden's agenda and their slavish adherence to former President Donald Trump. November 17, 1827 America, New York, Rittenhouse jury leaves courtroom after viewing drone footage they requested. Judge says he hasn't had a chance to read defense's motion for mistrial with prejudice.
BBC News World. November 17, 1821 America, New York, Alec Baldwin. Rust script didn't call for gun to be fired, lawsuit alleges. A crew member is suing the actor over the fatal on-set shooting of cinematographer Helena Hutchins.
November 17, 1801 America, New York, How political organizers are channeling parents' education frustrations. Watching from her home in the suburbs of Philadelphia, Clarice Schillinger wasn't surprised when Glenn Youngkin, riding parents' fears and frustrations with schools, won the Virginia governor's race.
New York Times World News. November 17, 1755 America, New York. Intractable African crises flare as Biden's top diplomat visits Kenya. Secretary of State Antony J. Blinken hoped to ease the turmoil engulfing Sudan and Ethiopia in his first trip to sub-Saharan Africa. Both worsened on his first full day. Secretary of State Antony J.
BBC News World. November 17, 1745 America, New York, The Office star who made $1 million on Cameo. The Office star, Brian Baumgartner, has made more than $1 million making personalized videos on Cameo.
November 17, 1739 America, New York. Young Dolph, popular Memphis-based rapper, dead at 36. Young Dolph, the rapper behind albums like Rich Slave, died in fatal shooting in Memphis on Wednesday, according multiple local media reports. He was 36. November 17, 1736 America, New York. Celebrities urge clemency as Julius Jones' execution nears in Oklahoma. With the execution of Julius Jones just one day away, his fate lies in the decision of Oklahoma's Republican Governor Kevin Stitt to grant clemency to the death row inmate who says he is innocent.
BBC News World. November 17, 1725 America, New York. British Columbia storm. Cows rescued from storm floods by jet ski. A major storm has caused a state of emergency in the Canadian province of British Columbia.
November 17, 1717 America, New York. House removes Gosar from committees over violent video. The House is set to vote Wednesday to approve a resolution that censures Representative Paul Gosar and strips him of his 2 committee assignments, which if passed would be the first time a sitting House member will be censured in more than 10 years.
Fox World News. November 17, 1715 America, New York. Iran-backed hackers exploited Microsoft, pose major cyber threat, investigators say. Law enforcement agencies in the US, Britain, and Australia have issued a joint statement labeling an Iran-sponsored group as a serious threat to cybersecurity.
CNN.com World. November 17, 1714 America, New York. They gave up everything to get to Europe. Now they may be sent home. Iraqi Kurds and other migrants who traveled to Belarus in recent weeks, spending their life savings on airfare and waiting in limbo in freezing makeshift camps in the hopes of crossing into Europe, now face the prospect of being sent back home.
New York Times World News. November 17, 1709 America, New York. Risk for leader of Belarus. Migrants he lured may want to stay. President Alexander G. Lukashenko of Belarus, whom the EU accuses of engineering a migrant crisis on the border with Poland, could face a serious headache if asylum seekers try to stay in his country. Migrants in Belarus on the border with Poland, which has been girded with razor wire, on Wednesday.
Wall Street Journal World News. November 17, 1709 America, New York, China, U.S. to ease limits on one another's journalists. Beijing ejected U.S. reporters from the Wall Street Journal, other newspapers in 2020. The Trump administration limited China outlets' personnel.